Yeah, we are.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
Some guy that seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on,
going
Gilbert.
here.
Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Dago is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7th-rounder. So
Freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat, man.
Exactly, Derwin. Thank you so much. Welcome to What's Up, Bolts. I'm Fernando Ramirez. We have the preview episode a day before Christmas Eve. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. I know it's a lot earlier, but the Saturday game, the guys are off Thursday, Friday. So we, the guys, as in the players, so we obviously we are going to do this a little bit earlier today. Numerous coaches spoke. Justin Herbert spoke. So we will get hear about what Justin has thought about, obviously, what's been going on and everything with last year's game and all that. JLM, any word on Denzel Perriman's appeal? No, but I do know DK lost his. So we'll see what that means. If there's anything coming from that. So if he already got denied, that's going to be Denzel didn't make contact with a fan. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But Pedro, how are you guys doing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, why not just bring this individual in? This individual will be there on Saturday. He said, for now, I have to be up there. I have to cheer my team on. We need a victory. That's what he said. He said the Chargers need a big victory because he smells the division right there. He says the division is to be had. This individual is hyped up. This individual's team is heading to playoff football. This individual's name is Dan and Dago.
Oh, yeah, baby. Collecting on my bet on Friday. I'm super excited. Dinner and 2 beers. Here I come. Shout out to Jimbo and the Chargers and everything else, even though I know I get hate on this program all of a sudden. Exactly. Thank you, sir. Make sure you smash the like button. Have a great time. Can you smell it? The division. A divisional. Could you imagine winning the division? How crazy that would be. You know what I'm saying? You know, by the way, speaking of the suspension, like, was anyone else just as shocked as I was to randomly see a notification for that? Like, what are we doing? This reminds me when they tried to pull that fishy stuff in 2018 when they didn't want the Chargers winning the AFC West, because then it would have to go through the StubHub.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's like reminds me of last year when they magically suspend Derwin the week before we play the Chiefs. So that's not adding up to me. I don't like that. I think
Pedro, yes, the last time the Chargers won the division was in 2009. That was the year when the Chargers started off 3-3. The sky was falling. People wanted North Turner fired. Well, I mean, they wanted it since he got hired, but they went on a 10-game winning streak and they ended up 13-3. And then obviously the famous game against the Jets. The Jets have always given them trouble, but
they have a lot to play for. They have the next 2 games basically. Well, this game really is a playoff game if they're trying to win that division, and I think it would be the number 1 seed. Shout out, Merry Christmas, smash like button.
Well, Dan, it's obviously a big game, and we know what happened the last time that the Chargers faced the Houston Texans. It was that playoff game where Justin threw 4 interceptions in. It was a game that nobody could recognize. Yeah, exactly.
It was ugly offensively. Defense did the most they could, but
we will get more into that in a second. I just wanted to read off some Chargers news. If anything happens with the Denzel Perryman stuff, I will announce it on here. But as of right now, nothing has happened so far. They've only heard DK. The Chargers today signed Jared Patterson to the active roster. They also signed Royce Freeman back to the practice squad. Jared Patterson no longer had any elevations, so they needed to sign him to the roster. So basically, Denzel Perryman being suspended opened up a roster spot, and that's how they brought him in. So for anybody asking, why is there a roster spot open? it's because of that. So Jared Patterson's now on the team, and with Kamani Vidal's neck injury, obviously they're going to need another running back just in case if he's not able to play on Sunday. But
and I've liked him too. The few times Patterson's kind of gotten into the mix, he's looked pretty good. So I mean, we'll see what happens there.
Exactly. So today, obviously, big news for some. Depends on. I mean, you could tell some of these guys weren't. They were like, whatever. But Justin Herbert, Derwin James, Tuli Tuipulotu, Joe Alt, and Cameron Dicker all made the Pro Bowl games in San Francisco. So we'll definitely. They will be at the Pro Bowl games now. As a alternate, you have Khalil Mack, Delshon Phillips, who leads the league right now in special teams, cornerback Dante Jackson, and Scott Madlock as a fullback. So those guys are gonna those guys. Angel, I did not go see Housemaid yet. It's probably gonna be on Friday. Didn't go today, so we'll see on Friday. But so yeah, those guys made the Pro Bowl. We'll see more about
Scott Matlock made it
as an alternate. So if a fullback pulls out,
okay,
and that's why
it doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, that's why you get hate. Let's see real quick. This play from here's a play from the mic'd up.
It is Keenan's face. Did you see Keenan's face?
One hand stick. Oh my God. I didn't even get to see it. I ain't see it with one hand though. Nasty work.
Keenan's hilarious. Dan, it's a big game this weekend, so I thought, why not bring in an individual who has said, you know what, Fernando, I kind of want to jump on the bandwagon. Those Chargers are looking pretty interesting to me. I'm like, my guy,
Eric?
You're gonna have to talk to Dan about that. And he said, no, I'm inserting myself into this bandwagon. This individual is
you get Chris?
Is one of one. This individual is Herbert.
Oh my goodness.
What the rock is cooking.
Hello, Dan. Since you're such a diva, I gotta tell you, happy birthday once again. Since you didn't like my happy birthday yesterday, it was 2 days too late. Apparently.
I started laughing so hard when you sent me that text. I was like, okay, I can't just reply thank you. I have to give him something. So Julian already has better takes than you are, and he's barely been on here. So
well, if you knew his language, he said Dan doesn't know shit about football. So I think. But he also said at the end, "Happy birthday" to a candidate to be my godfather.
Exactly. Don't worry. When I take him to mass and I get him baptized, he's gonna forget all about your horse maneuver that you're saying because Dan has the best takes.
All right. Well, you guys are gonna go without me because I don't step into places. Like
Okay.
Let's burn. It's okay. I have to take it, though.
You guys are idiots.
I'll just go for the pun.
Gilbert,
Donuts outside of mass on Sunday.
No, the little piece of bread they gave you, the little white thing. That's what they call it.
Oh my goodness! No, the Eucharist.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my goodness, that hurt me right
there.
there.
Have you guys seen Knives Out? The ones with the confessions and all the church.
No, Dan was gonna check that out because Vic told him, "Hey, I think
it's on Netflix, right?"
Yeah, it's a very Catholic thing, I think.
Oh. I don't know if that's what you're trying to apply. That sounds like it's
well, you go to church, so you'll enjoy the movie. I think. I feel like.
Okay, I don't trust Hollywood when they do that.
Gilbert, obviously, this is back to being a 1:30 on a Saturday game, so the whole country will be watching it. What about did Sunday's game make you against the Raiders kind of change your mind, or is that kind of like, hey, the Chargers better know these guys are coming in, they're going to come in vicious and they're going to come in aggressive? What's your mindset about this game?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that question about the Raiders and the Texans, Fernando, because, I don't know. I kind of have a lot of deep thoughts here, and let me know if I'm just rambling or I have a reach of a take. But, NFL defenses nowadays they're not as good as, the Legion of Boom or the No Fly Zone or, the 2000 Ravens or the 2002 Buccaneers, because the rules are meant for the quarterback. And,
exactly.
But I think for the first time in a long time, the defenses are starting to, or not even catch up. I think the defenses has surpassed the offenses. I think the offenses have to do kind of the counter adjusting nowadays, I feel like. And, but the thing is, like, the rules are still so skewed to the defense. Like, you're going to have a couple of letdown days. Like, Houston has been dominant, but let's be real. Are they going to be remembered like the Legion of Boom or No Fly Zone? They're going to be I think they're very good. They have a chance. If you win the Super Bowl, you might get remembered. Like, you might have a cool nickname at the end of the day. Like, but they're still the best defense, but they're going to have letdowns. And, when Ashton Genty went off on them, I don't think it was a thing of like you lower your defense because you're playing a bad, crappy team. Exactly, Julian. I think it's just kind of one of those things where they had to, expose you a little bit. We saw Trevor Lawrence light up the Texans defense, I think maybe a month and a half ago. Remember when the Texans had to come back? Yeah, they came back. 19 points. You're right. So they're not a perfect defense by any means. But I think say this was the old days, I think the Texans could have been a special defense. But it's just the rules are, they are what they are. And I'm not trying to make excuses for Houston, but even a good defense like Seattle, they got carved up by Stafford. Stafford's a great quarterback, but you're going to have letdown days. The Broncos, who are also, I don't think they're a special defense, but they're a very good defense, got carved up by Trevor Lawrence again. So maybe what I'm trying to say, there's a chance here for the Chargers to expose this good defense here. So when the rules are kind of skewed in your favor, when the officiating is so bad, you could find ways to crack a very good defense. Even a team that has a terrible O-line, your favorite O-line, Dan. And honestly, I don't even care about the opponent for Justin Herbert last week against the Cowboys. When you get a shot of confidence in your offense, in your arm, your broken hand, whatever, that you can make plays, it goes a long way. We're seeing Justin Herbert having a good time right now, hanging out with the fans at the boat. Life is good. So I will not put it past them if they're able to light up this defense. It's a very good defense, don't get me wrong, but I think there are ways to expose a good defense like the Raiders did. Now imagine what the Chargers could do with Hampton and a better coaching, better quarterback, better weapon. Well, the same crappy line, but you get the point, though.
Yeah. And I was gonna. Do you mind if I ask him something real quick?
Yeah.
So I got hate on this program for the way I reacted last week against the Cowboys. Just talking about the Chargers' offense. So, do you think that game was either a coming out party for this offense, and they're kind of going to start clicking and actually getting some stuff done, or do you think the Dallas defensive line was just that bad?
It's obviously a little bit of both, but I'm going to lean with the first part. Hopefully we're agreeing, or maybe not, because you are very negative, Dan. I've seen the comments there. People don't like your negativity after victories.
My ass.
Okay, cool. I figured that'll be your take there. But it's kind of goes back to what I said about the confidence booster. It's not even just about the confidence. It's knowing that you're capable of doing more after you had surgery not too long ago on that left hand. Yeah. You're able to, play faster, think less about the injury. And then not just for Herbert. Herbert is going to be fine regardless. Like, yeah, exactly, Julian. His mental strength is fine. It's like, what about the guys in the O-line who are like, man, I'm going to let up another hit to my star quarterback here. Damn it, I suck. And it's like, for once, you're letting the guy operate. 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, a touchdown pass to Ladd McConkey, who's on my fantasy team. Shout out to Ladd McConkey. So,
here we go.
Or even making guys like Quentin Johnson, who we thought was a nobody, or I think Fernando always believed in Quentin Q. But to get that shot of confidence again, Herbert's throwing the ball my way. I'm making plays again like it's in Brazil. I'm making plays like the first 3 weeks of the season. I think overall, not just Herbert, this offense could click. And I told Fernando, exactly, Julian, I told Fernando on Monday that, look at the landscape for the AFC. It's 2 very defensive-heavy teams, Denver, Houston, and then 2 offensive-heavy teams, Jacksonville, Buffalo. Now, the 2 teams that I'm kind of intrigued about are the ones that have a little bit of everything. And that's a star quarterback, good coaching, good defense, good offense, good running game. That's the Patriots and the Chargers. Would you rather be one-sided or be well-rounded all around? I know the O-line is bad. We know you're going to say that, Dan. You love to crap on them because you're so negative. But I think the Chargers being well-rounded and having an offense, like if you had to rank the offenses, Fernando and Dan, like, in the AFC, are they top 3? Like, y'all take their numbers all day. If you're top 3 in everything going into the playoffs, you have a strong chance to come out of it.
Yeah, no, and I totally get the confidence booster, and then I'll let you have it for now. My bad. But like, don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining. Like I think this is an outlier offensive game because you've seen them. I think the type of defenses and teams are going to see are like the Eagles, the who they play the week after where it was ugly, but they pulled it up. Yeah, the Chiefs. Even the Chiefs they struggled with. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know people can think I'm negative all they want, but it's like, I'm looking at the game, what's it called? 2 steps ahead. You're not going to get Dallas Cowboys in the playoff. Like, you saw what happened last year. They were playing pretty well, and then they rolled in and got buzzsawed. So, that's the only thing I was trying to get people to understand, that it's like, don't start thinking they're football gods up front now, because you still have a lot of good defenses and defensive fronts you could see moving forward. So that's all I was trying to say. Like, I'm a prove it type. I'm a prove it kind of guy. One game is not going to tell me all of a sudden we're an offensive juggernaut. So
no, and they're stronger this year than they are going into the playoffs than they were last year. Remember last year they only beat the Bengals and the Broncos as like the big teams that everybody saw, or teams that were in playoff. I mean, because at that point the Bengals were in playoff contention and then they kind of skated off. But this year, like everybody said, those last few games are going to be a gauntlet. The Chargers probably won't make it out of it. Yeah. They're 3-0 in that gauntlet now. Yeah. They've beaten one of the best offenses in the NFL. Give the Cowboys their credit. They're one of the best offenses in the NFL. Yeah. They beat 2 of the better defensive gurus in Vic Fangio and Steve Spagnuolo. And now they're playing the Texans and the Broncos, who I'm telling you, the Broncos were all the way up here, and now I think the ship is starting to come down a little bit. But guys, I want you guys to hear this soundbite. Justin Herbert was asked how he was able to get over what happened last year, and if he ever thinks about that game in that he had against Houston.
Spring practice.
No, I think it was one of those things that you continue to think about, and there are a lot of football games that. You just remember, you just play, and whether they're good or whether they're bad, they stick with you. And, I think it's a great learning experience, and, no one felt worse than I did after that game. And I think it's important to continue to move forward and realize that, it's what happened. And it would be crazy of me to deny the truth of what happened and to live in this reality where if I tried to block it out, I don't think that's doing any good. And so I think just moving on and understanding what it was, and just attack the next game like you've always prepared for.
He definitely sounds different from last year.
Hell yeah. But oh my bad.
No, I was just gonna say, Dan, I'm not trying to be obviously I don't want to be the super positive guy, but
I know all of a sudden he wants to hear the claps and the cheers.
No, because at the end of the show, I'm sure people are gonna hate me, but it's just like I feel like. You gotta. It's like you hate this one too because it's basketball, but it's kind of like in basketball. You gotta see the ball go through the hoop, or baseball, your favorite sport. It's like you gotta get a hit. So you're right. This offense is not even close to being fixed. But I like what Fernando said. Like they're better than they were last year, even without their attack. Like I can even put it this way. Do you prefer having Alt and Slater and then the bag boys you had last year at the skill positions, or the scrubs you have in the O-line this year compared to all the good skill players you have, Keenan Allen, Ladd, QJ?
Oh yeah,
what would you rather have?
Yeah, I don't doubt. Like I know they're a better team than they were last year. All I'm saying is like what I tell people who criticize me for what I say is like I don't understand. Like if you're only content with having a winning record in the regular season, like, okay, fine. Then that's your standard. That's not good enough for most of us. We want to see them have playoff success. It's great when you perform well in the regular season, but everything matters more in January. And sometimes the way they were playing offensively, it's not going to get the job done. The last thing I want, I said this before the start of the season, what would make this a successful season is a playoff win. Obviously I'd love to see them win the Super Bowl. Obviously I'd love to see them in the AFC Championship, but I think just because they're so limited offensively, I think that's just a huge hill to climb, which I don't know how that's going to go, but you never know. Weirder things have happened. But, again, if they lose in the first round because offense can't pick it up again, that's a problem. That's a wasted year, in my opinion. Like, yeah, you're building towards something, but again, you need that playoff win, in my opinion, to make it a successful year. Because you have to start. It's to silence the critics, because I think it's ridiculous the hate that Justin gets. It's idiotic in my opinion. And B, you need to take that forward step, because you had a worse team last year and made the playoffs. And that's a good starting point, especially when they didn't think he was going to win that many games with this roster. Now this year, you need to take that next step up and win a wild card game, or if you happen to get a bye, win in the divisional, you know what I mean? So that's why I've been so tough offensively, because again, when you notice some of these losses, it's because the defense are on the field too long and they're exhausted, because these guys are going 3 and out. They can't score points, and that's a problem. So,
well, Julian is saying you're freaking negative, you Grinch. And
that's
Fernando, sorry for hijacking the show, but I'm gonna really try to expose your brother as a bad guy. So I'm gonna have one more for him. If somehow the Chargers win the AFC West and they beat the Texans and beat the Broncos with a poor offense, but a smash mouth defense, bad guys, good coaching, are you still gonna be this negative?
Yeah, I will. Because again, like that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like
there's been no charging this year.
The problem is, and I'll tell you why. The problem is when I talk about the Chargers, like I don't talk about it as a fan as much as I try and take like a coach perspective towards it. Like as a coach, I want my team playing well in all 3 phases of the game. If one is you're only as strong as each side of the football. If one of them is so weak, it's literally hampering the performance of the other 2. Like that's a problem. I'm worried more than anything about the process, how things are going, how people are developing. And you haven't really seen that offensively. You've seen a couple of the skill players, but your most important position has not developed. You've had a coordinator at times who, in my opinion,
2 receivers are still standing in the same area, Dan.
Well, yeah. How many times don't you see passing plays and you have 2 receivers in the same area? Like that's football 101. Like you don't want guys in the same area. It makes it a tighter windows, and then one guy can cover 2. And on top of that, again, like I think sometimes he just doesn't understand his personnel and tries to do things that you're just kind of like, really? That's what you decided to run? And also the other thing is he hasn't figured out how to score touchdowns in the red zone. I'd be curious to look at the numbers, how many field goals they have to settle for and things of that nature. So people can say I'm negative all they want. The thing they can't say is that I'm fake, because that's not true. That's just my opinion. Again, you want your team firing on all cylinders. And, I know I'm a harsh critic. Trust me, you should see the way I coach some of the kids sometimes. I get pretty worked up about that stuff. But it's all about getting them to understand you don't want to be complacent, right? You don't want to say, well, we only scored 15 points, but we won the game. Like, who cares type thing. You know what I mean? It's the same thing we argued about. I forgot what game they won, but Justin had like 40 attempts. I think it was last year or the year before. I can't even remember. And I said, that's losing football. They'll win this game, but come January and things of that nature, when it really matters, they'll lose those games. Because, again, you have to have a balanced team in the sense of, like, everyone has to be pulling in the same direction. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not shitting on the team. I'm not saying, oh, these guys suck, fire Harbaugh, clean house. All I'm saying is trying to, keep people grounded, because it's like, dude, again, like you have to, unless we're watching different games, you're not understanding what I'm trying to say to begin with. So.
No, I agree with what you're saying, Dan. I mean, but they are getting hot at the right time. But these next 2 games are gonna be a measuring stick of who this team really is, what this offense is, what this defense is. Because look, I was very surprised. The second half of that game against the Cowboys, they really put it together, and they were able to frustrate Pickens. They were able to frustrate a lot of the guys on that team. So I was very impressed with the way they did it. But Hilberto, have you been naughty? Have you been nice? We are going to figure that out right now as we welcome the next person in here. Santa Claus, thank you so much for joining us on Compas on the Beat. How are you doing?
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to
Santa
all
Claus
you
is real?
guys.
Oh, sorry, my
Hey,
son's here.
asshole, you don't know what age group watches this?
Sorry, my kid's here too.
Yeah.
What's up, Santa?
Genius.
Gilberto, I expected nothing else from you but to be naughty. I came on here already knowing you. I already checked the list multiple times, and you didn't even cross the good list this year.
How? Is it because I crapped on the Raiders all year and I was right?
There's just so much that goes into it. Not liking wrestling, not liking the Raiders. There's everything. Even the other day, you called Justin Herbert the God. You called him a prick the other day.
What? That does not sound like me. That's
Cole
Dad.
forever, Santa. Get him Cole forever.
No.
Justin Herbert acting like a prick, like he's all that this year, just because he doesn't want to talk to you media people.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Preach.
I thought you
Preach,
said
Santa.
like a god. He's been a jerk. You're right. Yeah.
Preach, Santa.
You've changed. You've changed. Gilbert.
Come on. If Santa, I don't know which team you support, but if you support the Raiders by any chance, you gotta like my take, right?
Do I? I don't have a favorite team. I try to help everybody. I gave the
Exactly.
Chargers 2 good offensive linemen for Christmas, and look what they did to them. Look what they did to them.
Yeah, ungrateful. You're right, Santa.
Just
Santa,
trying to
Tom-
help out everybody around here.
Tom wants a new O-line for Christmas.
Who-
Did he freeze?
Oh, I thought it was me. Oh, I thought I froze. That's hilarious. I was about to say,
Oh no, there he is. Santa's
is.
back. Santa's back.
You know, it's not the reception up here in the North Pole is not that great.
Santa, you know what happened? You know why Gilberto acts like that? He got the text in the National Writer group chat. He had to become a stooge. He had to go shill out for the Chiefs and whoever other darling they might have.
His Commanders, his Cowboys, and
Okay.
his Chiefs.
Look what happens. Look what happens the years the Lion becomes his team. They can't even crack the playoffs. They were my
Okay.
team last year, and they
Your-
won 15 games.
Your team wins 11 games, and you're freaking negative over here. Like Santa, he should be on the naughty list. Like he's ungrateful.
Gilberto has been asking me for every team since they win. Last year he was like, "Give me Chiefs jersey." Now give me Rams jersey. Give me Chargers jersey. It's like, pick a team already, Gilberto.
I don't have a team this year because they all suck. They all lost. I picked 15, and they all are not in the playoffs right now. Sorry, Santa.
Santa, did you console him after his beloved Rams went down to the Seahawks?
No, Gilberto be leaving me veggie cookies and stuff. I don't console him on nothing.
He left you carrot cake.
What's wrong with carrot cake? First of all, and I don't give you veggie cookies, Santa. Come on, I give you
And
my
soy milk.
So was he? Soy milk. He thought you were lactose intolerant. Wrong, Santa. That was Tim Allen's. Santa, what would you deem Caleb Williams naughty or nice?
This year he's been very nice. I'll give him a gift card to his favorite nail salon, whatever he needs to do.
Santa, has Geno Smith been naughty or nice?
Oh, very naughty. Flipping people off in Seattle, flipping people off in Las Vegas. And now when Christmas is here, now he's trying to be all nice to everybody. No. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
Patrick Mahomes, naughty or nice?
Well, he's always been a nice guy. Now his wife, one naughty girl.
What about the brother?
Santa, who's higher on your naughty list between his dad, his wife, and his brother?
Oh. Well, his dad just likes to party.
Nothing
Patrick
wrong with
Mahomes
that.
Sr., there ain't nothing wrong with partying just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Just bring him put a gift card for Uber in his stocking this year, Santa. Save him a DUI.
I'll pick him up with the reindeers and we'll go party.
Santa, let's see. Mike McDaniel, has he been naughty or has he been nice?
Mike McDaniel, hey. Whew. Let me tell you about Mike McDaniel. I love me. Santa loves Mike McDaniel. I'll tell you that. I love watching his press conferences and everything he's been doing. And you know what? He's so nice. I'm going to give him another year in Miami. That's what I'm going to give Miami.
Santa, will you be giving? What will you be giving Pete Carroll this year?
Pete, hey, Pete, I don't know if you guys know this. Pete might be older than me, just a little bit.
Santa, you don't get excited to see his videos wrestling players in the stretch line and throwing the football and all this stuff?
I get excited, but I don't even think Pete remembers he does it. Like, that's the crazy part about it.
Here's the real question. What are you getting the other Coach Carrolls on staff for Christmas?
Oh, what's the old school word for it? A pink slip, right?
Santa, what would you do if the Raiders beat the Giants on Sunday?
I will shimmy and be happy because a win is a win, but you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people want the Raiders. A lot of people have been writing me, Raider fans have been writing me. They said, we want Fernando Mendoza. And Santa's sitting here going, you know what? I'm just going to give you more, okay? You're going to have Dante Moore and be happy with it.
What if Dante Moore doesn't come out?
Oh, it would be stupid not to come out.
Who does he play? Where does he play again? Was he
He's Oregon's quarterback?
Oh, okay.
If you're going to be a top 3 pick this year, top 5 pick, you don't want to go back and you don't want to test yourself like Drew Aller and then be like, oh crap, now I'm not even a first round pick. No, you come out and you get it when you can.
Are you gifting Pete Carroll a rocking chair or another year?
You know what? It won't even be a rocking chair. I'll splurge. Santa will splurge and get him a scooter. You know, electrified. He can drive around wherever he wants. But yeah, me and you know, Tom Brady is my right hand man up here too. Like, he don't work for Fox, the Raiders, and he works for Santa too. So Tom Brady and I have been talking. Pete's going on.
Tom Brady's a big hoe.
Let me ask you, Bill Belichick, naughty or nice?
That's a very naughty man right there. Santa needs to party with Bill Belichick. Let me tell you that.
Him, Robert Kraft, Patrick Mahomes Sr., you're getting a little group together.
Yeah. We'll be at the cheer competitions every Saturday.
Santa, before we let you go, let's go around. Hilberto, anything you want to ask Santa or a gift that you want to ask for?
Yeah, who's higher than naughty list, me or DK Metcalf?
Oh, I mean, you don't have $45 million you just gave up. Guaranteed money.
That's a dumbass list, huh? Okay.
Hey, Alberto, did you get a diamond ring for the beautiful young lady that you have in all your pictures?
Yeah, I did. We are gonna get married soon, so yes, you know, we're gonna do it the right way.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome for that, Santa. Santa found you somebody special.
Yeah, see, all right.
Hey, you don't know how hard that was to find you somebody, Alberto.
Well, what about Dan? He's lonely.
Hey, we're not talking about me, damn it.
Hey, I got my gift.
The magazines he asked for every year.
I can't wait. Elvis is going to marry him. I'm excited.
Like,
you can tell Dan, Santa, can you give me a woman or a Superboy? He's going to pick the Superboy all day.
I mean,
I don't know. I wouldn't say.
I'd probably pick a Super Bowl too. You know what I mean?
Mrs. Claus is you're gonna have a black eye on when you go deliver all them gifts if you keep on with that. Man. Careful with that. Dan, do you have any final thoughts or questions or comments for Santa?
Santa, I hope you have a great off season, and I hope for your sake, that way your hair doesn't start falling out. I hope your team does better.
Yeah, well, I would give you one of these, but I know you don't even know what this is.
You got two more of those too back there.
Hey Santa, were you in your dad's nuts when they won those or not? Or were
I was
you
probably
not
farther up. I probably wasn't even close to the nuts yet.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Dan, do you have anything for for Santa for the cheese eating bastard? Anything?
No,
the
Packers are dead to me. I don't want anything for them. Just bury him, Santa. How about that? Put Matt LaFleur on the naughty list, please.
Well, wouldn't that be crazy if the Lions snuck in and the Packers were out still?
Oh, dude, that'd be
I would
so
laugh.
funny.
And then Hilberto would be right back in it because that's what he keeps writing. Dear Santa.
That's my team.
Some of it's like in Spanglish, so I don't understand most of it.
Me equipo.
Santa, before you go, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas And can you please help my buddy Joe Morley out? He's been through a rough season. He's been through a rough last 30 years or 20 years of being a Raiders fan. If you could just help him out and give him the patience to stick with his team, because he's a loyal guy. He's a great guy, and I hope that his team, the NFL, will do better when the Raiders are back to being the silver and black committed to excellence. So that's my wish for my buddy Joe Morley.
I'll try to help him, but that guy gave me a bad name the other day, and Santa ain't gonna fall for that. You know what I mean? But I appreciate
Santa,
you guys all have a Merry Christmas.
Merry
except for
Christmas,
you,
Santa.
Gilbert.
Bye, Sam.
Santa,
Make yourself
here
to
you go. Here's
excellence.
your walkout music.
Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not.
Thank you so much, Santa Claus, for jumping on
That
with
was
us. He is
amazing.
the best.
That was amazing.
Gilbert,
Yeah.
we're gonna still continue here. Do you want to stick around, or are you gonna head out?
Yeah. Oh,
What? Where'd he go?
He's Hilberto. He's there.
Oh, I don't hear him. Gilbert, are you there?
He might have froze.
Oh, okay. Dan, how are you? That was a good segment with Santa, wasn't it?
Oh, I was dying. Oh my God. Santa's a freaking savage, dude. I was laughing at Tom. Tom goes, Dan flipped off Santa. You're damn right I did. Getting some love over here. Santa's the best.
Santa was the best. We love Santa.
Santa's
He was
a savage. Yep.
he was great.
To Hayward's question, I mean, obviously it's a possibility. I think they can win without Denzel. But, I mean, it's going to be a little bit tougher just because you're removing a run stuffer. You know, what I hope they do is they kind of slide Derwin in there. But, I mean, we'll have to wait and see because obviously Troy Dye is going to get a little more playtime on Sunday. So
Good explanation, Dan. Yeah, Haywood, I what's up, Gilbert?
yeah. No, sorry. Do you guys want my pick so I could, be the bad guy before I leave?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, Dan, but your team's gonna lose. Give me Houston to win. I don't know.
you're a
10,
loser.
13-10. So there you go. You're a good guy.
You're a loser.
Okay.
Thank you, Roberto, so much. Have a very Merry
It's
Christmas,
Houston
Roberto.
Texans, but they're barely dragging their legs around moving.
You were the best, Gilbert. Thank you so much.
Thank you, fellas. Appreciate the time. And next time I'll show my face. Take care.
Gilbert,
Happy,
if you
happy
wanna
holidays.
see- Gilbert, if you want
Oh, get it. Happy holidays, my ass. Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
all right. Feliz Navidad. Okay.
to see
Oh,
Gilbert,
God.
Gilbert,
Okay, get him
look
out of
at
here.
this look at this new graphic that we came up with, and then you can head out. It
Okay.
is called Dan watches O-line film.
That
There
actually
we
is a pretty good
go.
photo.
Yeah,
That actually
I
is pretty
prefer Dan shits on O-line film, but what do I know?
good. That's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
but
That's
not,
pretty
not
good.
bad. But yeah, you're the expert. Air quotes.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Gilbert. See you later.
All right, take care, guys. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
All
My
right,
bad,
Dan.
son.
Before we leave, we cannot let the people down. They
Oh,
want
my
you to watch
goodness.
O-line film. Are you ready, Dan?
Yeah, let's see this.
All right, here we go.
Oh, there you go. It's moving well today. Oh my God. Go back. Just go back. But like this is where I always get pissed. Why is Bozeman going to no one? Creates a vertical alley, touches no one, and then that's how you get that fat ass in there about to hit my quarterback. Like again, what I always tell offensive linemen is if no one is in your gap, you body back, which by the way, shout out. I was a freaking poet and I didn't know it. But there's no reason to create that vertical alley right there. Because if you notice also, Zion is further up than Bozeman, creating more separation in another vertical alley. So just go back to the beginning. I don't even know. Zion's technique already looks like ass, and it's going to piss me off. Keep going. Yeah, he like lunges forward at him instead of moving his feet. Like the thing about pass pro, right? Especially just go to pre-snap. Like because he's so far inside that D tackle, you can pause it there. Oh, and look how slow he is off the ball. For God's sake, he's the last one out of his stance. Goddamn geriatric over here apparently needed something to get him jump started. But just pre-snap normally, right? Let's just take it. Besides the fact that he has lead in his ass and he's not moving when the ball snapped, when you get a tight shade like that, it's okay to lose a little ground just to give yourself a better angle, right? The last thing this guy should be doing, press play, is laid off the ball, and then he starts leaning into him. And look how far behind he is. His angle's ass. He couldn't even get to the play side number. And then on top of that, he starts leaning, hit play, and he completely whiffs, just like a damn joke. Like, ride the hip out and just try and down block him and wash him. So, just terrible. Just terrible. You do this to me every time, and I just get so pissed. Look. Just go back. Look at freaking Makai's post step. He inverts his feet all the time, and that's what gets him into trouble. You do not need to invert your feet. He's passive in the pass pro. All he does is literally just hug that guy, which is ridiculous. The guy, should be hunting bears with a stick, and he can't even walk a dog apparently or whatever. And I think 40, I don't know if he's a linebacker or a DB, but just not good. I don't like that at all. Leave it right there. Look at Zion's demeanor. Like, he is almost straight-legged leaning. Like,
I think that's – wait, are you talking about – no, that's Bozeman with him.
No. I can see Bozeman's white. Zion is the left guard over there, dude.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
He looks almost straight-legged leaned, and that's what pisses me off a lot about his pass pro. A lot of his pass pro is he's straight-legged and leaning, and he's not moving his feet, which that is 101 killer of offensive line play. Everybody else looks okay, even though I'm sure they'd piss me off.
Wow. Even here's like, watch this.
Yeah. He's late.
Zion. Look.
Yeah, he's late. Even Sawyer's a little late. Like, and just in case you're wondering, like, that's a killer. Like, because that tells me either that's the end of it. Look at this.
Look at both.
Leave it there. That's fine. Look at Zion's right step or right foot. His right foot should not be back, turning it into a kick step. Because if you notice, 42 has literally a direct path to the quarterback. I don't think we can highlight this or draw a little line for everybody, but he has a direct path to the quarterback. That is killer, especially because Herbert's not even looking at him, right? So that is just bad 101 play. That's why you don't invert your feet. Bozeman, I'm not going to say what he's doing, but he's out on El Cajon Boulevard getting money and turning tricks over there.
Okay.
So, not very good.
Oh, look.
Of course. There's his usual repertoire. Just fall to the ground. Like, it's just so bad. Does he even get up? He gets up. Dude, he gets up slower than someone in a freaking, what's it called? Hospice. Look how slow he is to get up.
Look what he tries to do to the defender.
My God, he tries to grab onto him like a child. He says, please, Dad, come back. Don't leave.
That was poor Lobo.
I know. Lobo's right here. I think he's getting antsy. I need to take him to the bathroom. What is it? Oh, look, Zion leaning. Don't like that. Makai, Jesus. Oh, well, actually, as terrible as this is, I'll give you a little trick. 101 baseball or 101 football.
Oh, this is the touchdown to Quentin.
What you do if you're getting dominated like that, he did the right thing. You hold on to his pads and you drag him down, making him think he pancaked you. So he actually did the right thing there, even though that was ass effort and technique. Look at his feet, dude. Like, Makai does nothing. He's just a big wall of like goo and just does nothing. Like, vertical alley, you can't block that guy. Like, my goodness.
Did you see that? Watch this again.
Who do you want me to watch? Makai leaning. He actually does the right thing in the sense you want to do that. You want to you want to dig him out and force him out. That's exactly what you want to do.
No, but look at his like step as soon as he goes.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Like, he goes inside and then has to come back. Like, look.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you go back, hold on, go back to that play. Just pause it where it's pre-snap. Yeah, if you notice pre-snap, he has to do that because he wants to cut him off from the inside. That's good. That's good guard play. The only thing is his feet are too slow to react back out. That's why he gets hip to hip and he has to wash them. But that's a good rep by him because he takes away the inside, forces him out, and then he doesn't give up. He rides his hip and widens him out. When you ride the hip and widen him out, that A to B gap all of a sudden just increases the size because you clearly move him out of the way. So, Yeah, I'm gonna have to take him to the bathroom soon. He's already looking at the door. All right, go back again. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Dick, whatever his name is, does not look good. Let's go. Keep rolling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his feet. My God, his legs. Jeez. Not good. Not good. See, and that's the thing. That's the thing about being on the edge. Like I tell people, it's not for the faint of heart. You have to be good. Oh, Bobby Hart. My God, I don't even know what that was. Yeah, he's too high. Dekukalis or whatever his name is, too high. I hate that. Dukakis. That's what I'll call him. Dukakis. Zion leaning. Not bad, but I hate it. My God, Bobby Hart way too high. Jesus. Bozeman blocking Casper the fucking ghost every week. There you go. Casper. All right. Yeah, at least bumped him. Oh, my God. Another offensive lineman on the ground. I don't even know who that was.
That's Bozeman.
Dukakis. Yep. Just so painful.
Oh, yeah, it's Dukulis. Yeah.
Oh, that's his name, Dukulis?
Yeah.
I kind of like Dukakis a little better. I might just keep calling him that. Leaning. Zion leaning. Bobby Hart too tall.
That was a good, look at Zion on this one right here.
He's the one who's been a little more hit or miss. At least some aggression. Jesus. He's been a little more hit or miss. There's just things about his technique I'm not a fan of, which, again, I understand, offensive line play in the NFL is a little bit different, but I think some fundamentals are the same. So,
oh, here we go. Breaking news. The suspension of
Tom
of Denzel Perryman has been upheld.
Wow.
Hearing officer Jordy Nelson, former Packers wide receiver.
What a loser.
By the NFL and the NFLPA has upheld the 2-game suspension.
Jordy Nelson, go back to your farm, you dumb bastard.
So he will be suspended the 2 games.
But, well, you know what? I mean, let's be real. In the long run, I guess that's pretty good because he's just 2 weeks rested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A vet like that, the last thing you need is him playing too much. So I guess, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
Let's all right, let's finish this out. I think, Dan, I've put you through enough when it comes to film.
Oh my
God. The NFL ranks supporting cast for every NFL quarterback. It takes into account rushing, receiving, passing, and pass blocking and run blocking. The Rams are number 1, the Colts are number 2, the Bears number 3, the Bills 4, 5 Lions, 6 Seahawks, 7 Broncos, 8 Eagles, 9 Falcons, 10 49ers. Dan, do you want to take a guess at where your team is?
For what? What was it again?
It is the supporting cast rating, which takes into effect rushing, receiving, pass blocking, and run blocking.
Oh, we're probably 31 or 32.
You're 28 in the NFL.
Jeez.
You're the only team in the playoffs that is below top 20.
Wow. And, I'm an asshole because I point that out week in and week out, but okay.
Last thing here. What's his name? Chris Long came out and spoke very highly of your quarterback today on his show.
He's a dog.
The Chargers have Justin Herbert, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is playing better quarterback than him right now, considering the circumstance. And I mean nobody.
He's unreal.
I mean nobody.
He's a dog.
Nobody's throwing the ball better than Justin Herbert, considering what he's got to deal with. The stuff that they've gone through up front.
9 different starting offensive line combinations for the Browns, 16 going into yesterday for the Chargers.
It's obscene. I mean, I'm trying to let you in on a little secret here. Like adults, the way we talk about quarterbacks at the adult table, like Justin's always mentioned. At the kids,
exactly.
But at the adults table, we're always talking about Justin Herbert.
Exactly.
All the favorite players and GMs and head coaches get together. The people that you respect, they're talking about this guy the way we're talking about this guy.
It's true, though. You have to be a special kind of stupid if you don't think Herbert's elite.
Well, remember we were in the combine in 2020, and I remember that's what everybody was talking about was Justin. Like a lot of the coaches, a lot of everybody.
We were at? No,
yeah,
I wasn't there for that. I don't think.
Yeah, you went to the combine with us.
Yeah, but it wasn't that year. I don't.
Yeah, it was. No, did I say 2020?
Yeah.
I apologize. 2022.
Oh,
2022.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say I just started coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, no, my bad. 2022, Gilbert, Dan, and I went to the combine, and everybody was talking about Justin. And if you guys notice, when you ask players or you ask GMs or you ask, like, when Dan Graziano and these guys have those articles, they always talk about Justin Herbert as one of the top quarterbacks. And the thing is, guys, and I get it, like, he's turned the ball over this season, but it's not because of what's it called? It's not because of
That's pretty good. It's like that Allstate commercial or whichever one that they talk about that.
It's not because of anything but the fact that Justin sees that they have better playmakers this year, and him to himself, he's saying, you know what? I think we have some ball players. I think we can do stuff. I think we can move the ball. Justin's taken more chances this year, yes, but I actually don't think it's a bad look for him. I mean, it means he trusts his receivers. He's trusting the receivers that he has out there. And I feel like, yes, it kind of has been up and down, but I really feel like Justin's playing the best ball right now. I mean, and this is what I was on a radio show earlier today, and they asked me about what I thought about the way Justin's played. And I'm like, look, everybody kept on saying this was going to be murderer's row for the Chargers when it came to this stretch, this last few stretch. And it really has been, they've played really well. I know that they've lost a couple, or it hasn't been pretty, but the Chargers used to not win these games. They would not win these ugly, tight-knit games. Last year, you saw glimpses. They gave up the game against Cincinnati. They came back and they still won it. They were getting boat raced at the beginning by the Broncos on that Thursday night game. They came back. They got it. Oh wow. Evan McGingley, thank you so much.
Out.
He said, you guys are going to cook us this Saturday. I don't know. Is he a Texans fan?
I assume he's a Texan fan. Shout out to you, my guy.
Evan, appreciate you sending that. That's a big deal. Thank you so much, Evan. Welcome
Appreciate
to
you. Shout out. Shout out.
I really think that they've played they've played really good football. They've learned how to win ugly games. And in the NFL, that's what you need to do. In the playoffs, guys, I know a lot of people, and I mean, obviously, Charger fans hate the Chiefs, but that's what the Chiefs would do. Aside from the referee and all that other stuff, the Chiefs knew how to grind out those ugly games. I mean, there were games where, what was it? I think last year, they sacked CJ Stroud 8 times, and that was a low-scoring game. There's multiple games.
Shout out again. He is a Texan
Oh,
fan.
Evan, thank you so much. You're the best. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
They everybody W Evan in the chat. Appreciate it, Evan.
Exactly. W's.
But I really think that they've been playing their best ball lately. I think they've been moving the football well. When the time's needed, they've nutted up and they've gone out there and they've done what they need to do on defense, on offense, on special teams. Deshaun Phillips has been killing it lately. And everybody thought the sky was falling when Caleb Murphy left the Chargers and Ryan Ficken said, no, we're going to get this secure. And ever since that game against the Colts where right before halftime, if you guys remember, Amir Abdullah ran back that kick, or in the second half, ran back that kick for a touchdown when the Chargers kind of started making some noise in the second half. Runs that kick for a touchdown. And that was all, or maybe ran it back to like a certain yard line. I can't remember which one it was, but they've shortened up the special teams. They've shored up now the only thing is that returner. I mean, it would have been cool if they would have put in for Jamal Agnew, who's also a San Diego kid. He went to University of San Diego as a returner, but I think they're playing really good ball. I think they're moving the football well. I think they're doing some good things. Now it's about putting other things together. But going into the playoffs, if you can have an elite quarterback like Justin Herbert and play great defense and even run the ball well, you're set up for success. Omarion Hampton is going to be the key to this team moving forward. I know it's a lot to put on the shoulders of a rookie, but you lost Najee Harris, who had never had an injury before or missed a game except for now. Yeah, exactly, Joseph. That was hilarious. Chris got a kick out of it, and Chris is a good sport about that stuff.
Yeah.
But you want to be like, it's a lot to put on a rookie running back, but I think Omarion is starting to play his better ball. I think he's starting to kind of get back into rhythm. And I really feel like if the Chargers are going to win football games, they're going to need Jared Patterson, Omarion Hampton, and Kimani Vidal to really run the ball well. Last year, if you guys remember, at one point, the Chargers had to stop running the ball, especially late in the season, because halfway through that Baltimore Ravens game, J.K. Dobbins got hurt, and then J.K. was out for 4 games or even 5 maybe. And then he came back, and it was still a little bit slow when it came to his return. So the Chargers literally started throwing the football around, and they did other things. They improvised. But this year and last year, I thought Justin played with guardrails up. And I'm not saying because of him. I think it's because of the lack of playmakers. This year, Justin can play a little bit freer because he has good playmakers. So I'm interested to see what way they're going to take this. But Dan, I apologize for going on a little bit of a tangent, but you go ahead.
No, the other thing I was going to say was what they have to do Saturday is just keep those edge rushers guessing, right? You have to be able to run the football effectively. That way that they have to prepare for the run also. They can't just pin their ears back and rush the passer. So, I mean, and again, in my opinion, this is a playoff game in and of itself because you need to win out to win the division. And I think they get the number 1 seed if they do that. So, and I mean, having this team,
they would need Jacksonville to lose 1 game, I believe. Let me see. Go ahead.
Oh, because they'd finish with the same record.
No, because I think they
No, but Jacksonville has the same record right now. That's what I'm saying. Jacksonville has to, if Jacksonville wins out also, and we have the same record, they have the tiebreaker.
Yeah, because of the head-to-head.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, let's just say it's just between us and the Broncos. Either way, just getting a home playoff game would be solid because you don't have to travel. You can just stay here. They have to come to you all the way to the West Coast because it could be an East Coast team. So that would be super solid in and of itself. And on top of that, this is a playoff game because you
might.
We have a better conference record too, I think. No? Well, who knows?
No, you have a better conference record than New England and then the Broncos. And if you won these next 2 games, you'd be 10-2 in the conference. So yeah, that would set up pretty nice. The only thing is strength of schedule. The Jaguars have you on, and obviously the Jaguars beat you guys. So
yeah, well, whatever. So let's just say it's between us and the Broncos. You know, again, just having a home playoff game would be solid because these guys can sleep in their own beds. They don't have to travel 5 hours. They don't have to go anywhere. Obviously, if you get the week off because you're the number 1 seed, in my opinion, for this team that's as battered as this, like that would be super solid. But I mean, again, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what they do Saturday because, again, they have to slow down these pass rushers and just make sure defensively do the same thing you did against Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. Keep these guys in the pocket. Do not let them escape and force them to throw into tight windows. Press these receivers, throw off their timing. Don't just let them free release off the line because then that lets them get into rhythm and run freely.
Yeah, no, if the Chargers win this weekend, they're going to need some help from Phillip Rivers. And Phillip already helped them the other day gain a playoff spot when they lost to the 49ers. By the way, this is what Justin had to say about clinching a playoff spot. And we're winding down here, guys. Dan, listen to this.
I got to take this dog outside.
Obviously, I was rooting for Phil and everything. And
no, he's not. He doesn't have to lie.
Playoff spot, but it was just really cool to watch him too. Really, really fun to watch him.
You know, it's funny, Dan. Speaking of that, I think people have started to realize what you and I have kind of realized for the last couple of years, ever since Phillip and Tom and these guys retired, is that it doesn't look the same. I mean, look at this. Like, listen to Phillip on this play and tell me that it's the same as what you see from quarterbacks today.
Hey, Lincoln up. Lincoln 48. 48. Hey, you got 20. Hey, Rat. We're good. 48.
Yeah,
like,
no.
You hear all that pre-snap stuff, and like you hear people. I could watch and listen to Phillip's operation all day long. Like, why isn't this not common in the NBA? Like, people are in the NFL. People are starting to realize that.
I mean, it goes back to the same thing I always get hate for. The problem is you need guys who like, in my opinion, I want field generals out there. Like, if we're playing NCAA 25, that's the only type of quarterback I recruit. I want field generals. I want the quarterback to be an extension of the offensive coordinator on the field. And, the game is just taught differently. And I don't know how much reign these quarterbacks have like they used to, because, again, you remember Brady? Brady would call out almost a blocking scheme to the offensive lineman. That's how much he was saying and stuff like that. So,
from what I know, Pedro, and I have asked, can
Alt come back if we make a deep run in the playoffs?
No. But I definitely think that it's been interesting to watch Phillip come back, because I read it today. It was a team vote, and that the team voted yes to bringing him back.
That's
so
crazy.
My question is, and look, I know we didn't. Oh, by the way, guys, there was no four compas today. We had to scramble around and do some other things. My take was the NFL needs Phillip. And what does that mean? I'd be interested to see him in a head coaching role in a couple of years. Or in a coaching role. Like, Gunner's going to graduate. Like, why wouldn't you try your hand in it? I think he would help quarterbacks out. I think they need something like him. Like, dude, these quarterbacks don't do what these guys used to do before. I mean, we had Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Phillip. You had Peyton Manning. You had all these elite quarterbacks that you would watch and be like, oh wow.
I think even OC would be too much. Yeah, quarterback coach.
But I mean, now if you really look around, how many quarterbacks can you really say, oh, they take command of their offense?
Well, the problem is too, they've dumbed down the game. Like, the thing that I always say, and I know people don't like this, especially what's his name, our friend Eric. They've placated and almost shielded bad quarterback play with these rules for these defensive players. Like, quarterbacks before, you'd only throw over the middle because it was open, by themselves open. Like, there's no such thing as throwing tight windows when men used to play in the NFL.
You throw a medicine ball, what's going to happen. Hospital ball.
Yeah.
What's going to happen.
Like, you had to, just the simple, I would tell anyone to watch, I think it was a Ray Lewis's Football Life. When you go through there and you look at the chess pieces and the chess game that it was, when he would play Ben Roethlisberger, he would play Tom Brady and stuff like that. Like, it's next level that you just don't see anymore.
Tom, oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No. And I'm just saying, it's a shame. I think the game has gotten worse, but I mean, again, people think I'm just a dinosaur and I don't know shit and everything else.
You know what's funny, Tom? I remember one time I was speaking to Keenan, and this is the last day before or during exit interviews after obviously Brandon had been fired and all that in 2024. And we're just sitting in his locker room, and I was like, what was your favorite part about Phillip? He's like, dude, my favorite part would be that we'd already be on whether we'd win, lose, or tie. He's like, I know we never tied, but if we would win or lose, no matter what, Phil would already get an iPad with whoever we're playing the next week. Like, he'd already want to see their defense. And on the plane ride back, he'd be watching the film. He's like, you remember? And then I remember he said that one year they played in the UK, and that everybody else was asleep on the plane ride back. Phillip was already watching film, and everybody's like, dude, we have a bye week. He's like, yep, but I need to know who we're playing the week after that. So, I mean, that kind of stuff, who knows how these guys, I think now it's like they're watching movies and stuff. I mean, it's interesting to see this, but
at least he didn't know his teammates like Russell Wilson.
Yeah, doing high knees on the plane.
Yeah. All right, we got to take him outside.
Yeah, I know. This was the 49ers talking to Phillip, though, on
Party's over, Grandpa.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, and it sucks because I mean, he came into a bad scenario. Now, Dan, they're talking about how Shane, some of the insiders are saying, oh yeah, Shane might not be here. He might be one of the head coaches gone. You're kind of like, really? I mean, this is what Phil kind of had to say real quick after the game.
Defensively should speak of, we got to hold them to one more less than our offense can score. And offensively, we need to say we got to score one more point than our defense gives up. And it's not this whole who should run what.
I was about to say, send that to Eric.
step from the guys at all. It's just I know it hurts. Shoot, I've been here for 13 days and it hurts because I care about these guys and this team and the coach and the organization and everything. These guys have been through this since May, June. You know, the time put in makes it feel it hurts. I've been a part of less percentage chances of getting in and got in before. So you'll certainly won't hear me losing hope here.
They just need to win out. That's going to be interesting. If they win out, they're in the playoffs. And if you win out and they win out, you 2nd seed, 7th seed.
Oh my God. I know everyone wants that, but I don't need the football gods trying to mock me anymore.
I know we kind of went over it with Gilbert, but I have it here on the graphic. No ghosts from January can appear. It's a new game. You guys heard Herbert. They feel ready for this game, and we'll see how it goes. But guys,
something to prove too.
Yeah, appreciate everybody so much for jumping on and checking it out with us. Thank you to Gilbert. Thank you to Santa Claus for jumping on with us. If you guys didn't see, go about 25 minutes in, Santa Claus appears, and he was very good. So again, thank you guys so much. I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. You guys are the best. Dan and I will be back on Saturday. After that game is over, I will head down to the locker room. I'll make my way up, and then Dan and I will break down the game. Again, if the Chargers win, that is a step forward. I know most of you. You know what? And I'm sorry for you guys. I forgot to ask Santa for what Charger fans want the most. There's 2 things Chargers fans want: Chiefs win, which is ironic, on Thursday over the Broncos, and then obviously the Chargers to win on Saturday. So we'll see what happens though. But don't forget, you guys are the best, guys. Next week, no Lunas Live, so there will not be a Lunas Live, but the Four Compas show will be back next Tuesday, and we will have a special guest that you guys love. I'll drop you guys a hint.
Hell yeah. He's been going through a rough thing. His Rams lost the number 1 seed, but then his Seahawks gained it. So
yeah,
he's
but
over there.
You guys are the best. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Have a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. You guys are the best. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you. We're thankful for all you guys checking us out on this show. Thank you guys so much. Dan, why don't you get us out of here?
Via Copa, Telecopa, and don't forget, even if you write to Santa, you'll never find out why John Cena became the Rock's bitch.